Peace and Islam. Welcome unto the Amexem-Moor-Empire, Department for the Communications, Moore's Internet Televideo Network, or M.I.T.N, video for short. It is a part of the Imperial Broadcasting Agency. Today's date for the record is Truth Day, the 20th of Karusama, the year 301-629, on the Amexem-Moor calendar. I am the Noble Tinawat Il. I serve as the lead video broadcast agent, and I shall be your hostess for this broadcasting segment. This broadcasting segment is part of the Amexem-Moor-Empire perspective. This is segment 10, and it's titled The Imperial Task Force. It is my privilege to welcome to this segment our fellow Amexem-Moor-Empire national and a great man of honor, the distinguished Noble Inspector General Ali. Peace and Islam, CCO.
Peace and Islam, Noble Tina.
Islamism. All right, we're getting into it. So my question for you is, what was the warning that was given by our constitutional monarch during Moore's Reemergence Day? Islam.
Islam. The warning that was given by the Supreme Commander or His Imperial Majesty was there's a big shift occurring across their entire globe. Globalization is seeing a major change due to the increase of interconnectivity through trade, through technology, and through exchange. It's reaching a standstill at this point, if you will. And it's a few areas that are pretty alarming. And that's what he shared with us. The major points were that there's a problem with population density. Population density is going to lead into a change in how consumers consume things. Since population density is adjusted, most of the folks have to change their patterns, and they're seeing a major shift on the global markets in that. So that's one major point. So the warning was change is occurring, change in the global density. A lot of folks not having children, so that's one major point. Change in energy consumption. They're also changing how security is being engaged in across the waters, if you will, and trade routes. So that's another area. You have any other questions?
Islam, yes. So as a follow-up to that, and based on the evidence that you have seen so far, was the warning warranted? And if so, why? Islam.
Well, the warning is definitely warranted. Global markets are taking a beating right now. Maritime security is an issue as well. We see major players in the foreign jurisdictions engaging in adjustments to their policy on how they pretty much deal with trade on an international level. So that's a major factor. These policies are coming in the foreign jurisdiction with tariffs. You see a lot of mentioning on the headlines of tariffs. So this is causing a great economic shift, quote unquote economic shift, or a trade shift from our perspective. We also see the close in a lot of corporations right now. You see a lot of companies closing as stated because of consumption. Since there is a demand that is decreasing, so there's not a lot of demand for whimsical items. So you're going to see a lot of companies that provide these whimsical items or items that are not as useful towards the basic essentials. They're going to be a shift, and we can see it right now. Multiple corporations are planning on layoffs. I don't want to alarm folks, but I'm hearing millions of folks probably by May, if not sooner. A lot of corporations are going to continue to lay off a lot of folks. This is warned to us by His Imperial Majesty because he told us that basically you have a lot of folks that are not having children. That's one side, and a lot of the baby boomers are aging. So if folks are aging, their purchasing perspective or acquisition perspective shifts. And then you have a lot of youth who are worried about artificial intelligence, automation, taking their jobs. So you got the security scenario. So most folks are saving what they can and only paying on the basic bare essentials. So we see that occurring. We also see, if you will, we see a major play in the energy sector. It's a shift from the oil, even though oil is still a large commodity that is being acquired across the whole globe. We also notice that lithium and other technologies are being acquired, and new inventions are coming out literally almost daily for engaging in the energy sector. So a lot of shifts in how folks deal with energy consumption is a major factor. And as I state, if you go into some of the stocks, you'll see a lot of these companies bringing out new technologies daily. So this is a major concern, because if a lot of folks know, in the foreign jurisdiction, what they call the petrodollar. That was one of the major, that was called a world reserve currency, quote unquote. They call it a world reserve currency. So from our perspective, that currency that is now being obliterated right now. And a lot of folks have to make adjustments right now. Also, lastly, you'll see these smart cities, which will be, I guess, working in conjunction with the blockchain. Smart cities are literally 15-minute cities where folks are supposed to have some type of currency that they can only use in that specific area. Not sure how it works. That's not our concern, but we see AI, artificial intelligence, rolling out, like the trucking industry, the transport industry. All of them are using automation and artificial intelligence. They're actually rolling these things out. So this is creating a great alarm for a lot of folks around the entire globe. And we're feeling the effects, really. Most of the folks that I do know right now are a little concerned. So a lot of the warnings that were given last Earth year have actually come to pass, and they are continuing to unfold at this time. Do you have any other following up questions?
Islam CCO, that will suffice at this particular time. I thank you so much for taking the time to answer my questions. So on behalf of the M.I.T.N. and His Imperial Majesty, we thank you for your service, and thank you once again for coming on to the segment. Islam.
Islam.
Islamism. And to our audience, more information regarding this segment and the Amexem-Moor-Empire Imperial Government Operations, contact is available through the website that we influence. That website is modernmoormonarchy.squarespace.com. The website, once again, modernmoormonarchy.squarespace.com. We encourage you to share the link for this segment with all who you associate with. We thank you for your positive comments and feedback. And until next time, on behalf of His Imperial Majesty and all of our fellow Amexem-Moor-Empire nationals all across the globe, we say peace, great health, prosperity upon all of you and upon all of us. Islam.